Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Bengal Magazine. It's the last show of the year, so we're going to talk to some award winners here in athletics. And first up, our own award winner, Jerry Boyce, the athletics director and head football coach, is going to join us. Jerry's going to talk a little bit about a new press box going up possibly and a update on Houston Gym. And then Sam Parente is going to join us from volleyball. Sam is the co-female athlete of the year, and she is headed to Costa Rica. Kevin Carr then joins us. He's the Hugh Coyer Award winner for a career here at Buffalo State. He's going pro, they say. And then Rich Pete, the male athlete of the year from football and track, joins us. We've got Gabby Mediak from Bengal Update, and of course the Tim Hortons Athlete of the Week. So we've got a big show. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the boss, Jerry Boyce. Well, the live studio audience is with us today, and they're going crazy for the award show here, the final show of the day of the year for Bengal Magazine. And Jerry Boyce, the athletics director and head football coach of the Bengals, joins us. And boss, last show of the year, and we're getting down to the end of the semester, and it's kind of an interesting time because the sports are closing up. Spring sports are going into playoffs and conference championships. But man, there's been a lot to shout about for Buffalo State athletics.
Yes, it has, Tom, this year. Maybe one of a record year for us in terms of our overall accomplishments with our sports teams. Record number of All-Americans and a number of scholar athletes as well that are receiving recognition. It's always a little bit bittersweet as you wind down, particularly with a group of seniors. We have a very large senior group this year, and it's really where you get the chance to, not necessarily goodbye, but maybe see you later, but sure, with them ending their careers and leaving their legacies here. I know they feel it because they don't have that season to look forward to next year.
That's right.
They're moving on to their life's career, you might say. So it's a very eventful. April is always the most eventful month of the year. So it's a neat time.
Sure. And I know you had mentioned at the non-athletic awards that athletics does have. We have 3 Chancellor's Award winners. And I know that means a lot to you as an athletic director and what we try to do for our student athletes.
It does, Tom. I guess I would kind of relate back to a recent college council meeting that we had. Kind of an annual meeting where they introduce the College Chancellor Award winners, President Award student winners, and also any All-Americans that we have with athletics. And of the 15 students that were in the room, 14 were introduced that were student athletes.
Fantastic.
Either from that. So it really was kind of the epitome of the student athlete in that room. Right. Which is what we all aspire for.
Absolutely. I should mention who those Chancellor Award winners are. Anthony Bruno from swimming, Melissa Ash from women's hockey, and Eric Sauserzoff, excuse me, Eric, if I didn't get that name right, from cross country, who was the student government president too, and was very helpful to us this year.
Very much.
Let's talk about facilities. Where are we with Houston Gym? It is April moving into May. It's been nearly 2 years. Can you give us an update?
Well, if everything stays as it is, Tom, the facility it will be turned back over to Buffalo State for review during the month of June. If that goes well, then we should be moving back into our renovated Houston Gym during the month of August in time to get everything all arranged and organized so that we can start the new academic year.
Yeah, absolutely. There's talk about, and those familiar with Coyer Field, look over and see what we term, quote unquote, a press box, and there's talk of maybe a new press box at Coyer Field. Can you fill us in on that rumor? Is that fact or fiction?
That is fact.
Great.
They are kind of still in the early stages. There's some bid process that has to go on, but construction, we hope, starts in June. A little bit late for us to possibly make use of the press box for this upcoming season.
Right.
But exciting news for us to catch up.
Sure.
And maybe even maybe a little step ahead of some of the places that we play at.
Can you give us some insight as to initial design, what it's going to look like, who's going to be housed in there, et cetera?
Well, it's a place for the president to
Okay.
entertain and have VIPs up in that area. But it's truly a press box, a working area for all the people that Jeff Ventura's Office of Operations and
Right.
and then home coaches, visiting coaches, and film crew that are normal everyday football operations. But that'll be a great venue and a great look for the back end of campus as you come in the back entrance off of Grant Street. So it's kind of like the renovation of Houston Gym, a much needed and
Absolutely.
maybe a little bit overdue, but we're so grateful for the support that we've been given to get this project done.
Now I want you to we got about a minute left, and I want you to put your football coaching hat on, and you're in non-traditional season right now. In 1 minute or less, what's the coach trying to get out of non-traditional?
Well, it's in football, it's a little bit different from our other non-traditional sports that truly get to practice and play their game. Football, there's no helmets or shoulder pads.
Okay.
So the whole emphasis is on conditioning and then fundamentals. Some concepts of plays and those things, but we don't get to really practice football. Unfortunate about that. But we make the good use of the time and get some questions that we may have about some individuals answered. But it serves its purpose, but it's not doesn't quite go all the way that we'd like to see it.
Okay. Well, I know you're happy that that's happy in the sense that it's closing, because those are 6 o'clock practices that you don't have to worry about anymore until next year. So, Jerry, thanks very much for being on the show.
Thanks, Tom.
We're going to take a quick break, but before we do, it's time for Bengal Update, and here's Gabby Mediak.
Thanks, Tom. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Bengal Update. I'm Gabrielle Mediak with the recap of news and a look at the upcoming events surrounding Buffalo State athletics. Softball clinched a spot in the conference championship with 9-1 and 3-2 victories over host New Paltz. Carly Knight led the Bengals in the first game with 2 hits and 3 runs batted in, and Shelly Maggard drove in the winning run in the late game, driving in Jenna Clark. The Bengals will travel to Cortland for the conference playoffs, May 1st through the 4th. Corey Cox led Buffalo State in the Hillsdale College relays in preparation for the conference championships. Cox claimed third in the long jump with a leap of 7.22 meters. That ranks 5th best in the jump nation for Division III. Cox also took a 7th place finish in the championship race of the 200-meter dash with a time of 21.71 seconds, ranking him 15th nationally. Ray Richardson recorded the 17th best triple jump in the nation with a distance of 14.21 meters, good for a 3rd place finish. Shoutone Pritchard, Nia Holmes, Naisha Hoop, and Jasmine Herbert placed 8th in the 4x100 relay against a strong Division I field, posting a time of 48.44. That currently ranks 26th in Division III. Buffalo State will next compete in the conference championships in Geneseo on May 2nd and 3rd. Women's lacrosse closed its season with a 15-7 win over visiting Potsdam. Nikki Paulhart and Becca Martinez each scored 4 goals for the Bengals. Kendra Thomas also added 2 goals and 3 assists, and Colleen George made 11 saves in goal for the Bengals. Several student athletes were honored recently at Buffalo State's annual Student Leadership Awards ceremony. Eric Suarzoff of cross country, Melissa Ash of hockey, and Anthony Bruno of the swim team were honored with the prestigious SUNY Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Rachel Parker of the cross country team won the Student Humanitarian Award, while Reagan McGannon of lacrosse and Linda Banfield of soccer were recognized as members of Who's Who in American colleges and universities. Buffalo State Athletics teamed up on April 27th with Units for a department-wide blood drive. Around 83 pints of blood were donated by student athletes and staff during the 4-hour event. Units is a proud corporate partner of Buffalo State Athletics. Buffalo State student athletes recently housed some 80 inner-city students during the annual Kids Night Out, a program of fun activities as well as teamwork and sportsmanship. The event was developed and implemented by the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Reporting for Buffalo State Athletics, I'm Gabrielle Mediak, and we'll be back after this short timeout.
Just want to remind everybody that the annual Bengal Club Golf Classic, I believe it's the 31st annual Bengal Club Golf Classic, is Monday, July 14th at the Briarwood Country Club in Hamburg. It is the major fundraiser of the year for programs and our student athletes, totaling about 400 now. If you'd like to get involved in helping out our student athletes and having a great round of golf and dinner afterwards, give me a call at 878-6514, or you can go to our website, buffalostateathletics.com. Click on the Bengal Club golf icon at the top of the homepage, and off you go in terms of registration. So once again, the Bengal Club Golf Classic, Monday, July 14th, Briarwood Country Club. Give my office a call at 878-6514. And we are now joined. Are you a golfer, Sam?
No.
You should be, Sam. Sam Parente's here from volleyball, a junior, but not playing golf, but playing some outstanding volleyball. Congratulations on a fantastic year. You are the female athlete of the year, and there's a lot of female athletes of the year. What do you think about that honor?
I think it's exciting. It's very awesome. It's an honor, honestly. Hard work pays off.
Okay. I'm kind of curious. You're a junior. That was 3 years ago when you came.
Yep.
And you flash back to your freshman. What do you think about from there to now and where you are right now?
I think just in general, our program is growing and we have such more stronger players and everyone is just more determined to do well. So I think having my team push me, and that's really what's getting me to become better.
Okay. What has gotten you better? I mean, it's easy to say you've gotten better, but as you look at your game, quote unquote, and where you were as a freshman to where you are now, you don't become an All-American just by showing up in the court. Where have you gotten better? Where have you concentrated?
Lifting. I have a strength and conditioning coach.
Really?
Yeah, she's helping me a lot. My coach Maria is pushing me extremely much harder. Just working out like during the summer more necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, overall.
Tell me how, it's interesting, working out over summer. I think a lot of viewers may not realize that Division III is name only. I mean, student athletes are probably working out almost year-round now.
Yeah.
What is your summer conditioning? Now, we're moving into summer. You're coming back next year.
Yeah.
We're looking for great things out of you again. What is your summer conditioning program like?
It's a lot of sprints, not necessarily long distance.
Okay.
We do a lot of squatting, benching, all different kind of workouts in the lift. Coach Schwan has weekly lifts for us, and she sends it every week. So we just follow whatever she says, basically.
Okay. The team was 25-10 this year, 8-1, on to the NCAAs. When you look back on that, what is the most satisfying part of that year for you?
I think getting the NCAAs is like a first experience for all of us. Winning SUNY was awesome, obviously, but having the experience to go to Michigan and see how like they get treated, it was awesome.
And I would think that you were there, lost in the first round, excellent match. Does that kind of give you a little bit of incentive for next year?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. You are moving on. You're traveling to Costa Rica over the summer, in May sometime, I believe. Beyond Study Abroad, it's called, the Costa Rican volleyball tournament or tour.
Yeah.
What is it, and how did you get selected?
I think it's because I got All-American. We got
I think it is.
Yeah, so you get selected from that. You get to go over there. You get to play with all different kind of players from across the world. You also help like with a camp, which is really cool because I want to be a teacher. So I think that's gonna be a great experience. You get to travel Costa Rica. It's just like overall like a great experience, it seems. So I'm really excited.
How did you find out about it?
I got emailed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. I think you're being humble in the sense that, from what I know, it's also a character-based selection too. Yes, you're an All-American, but they also look for character people. Those, good citizens per se. How did that make you feel?
It's so exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled to go because I love to travel, and just traveling by myself and having the experience through volleyball is going to be a different experience for me.
Do you know any of the other ladies that are going to be joining you on the tour?
No.
No. So
Nope.
Fascinating. What are you most excited about? Have you ever been to Costa Rica?
Nope, not yet.
And
First time.
and so what have you done your research? What are you looking forward to?
I just hear from like numerous. I like met some people from Costa Rica, so I'm gonna go meet up with them when I'm there and just to play and have fun. Go to beaches, hopefully.
Right.
We'll see.
So what's next for you? I mean, you're going to come back next year. What are the goals for an All-American and an MVP and a first-team All-SUNYAC and on and on and on we go? It would seem like you've done it all already, and yet you have your senior year. What are your goals next year?
I just want to keep getting better. I just want to push myself. I'm not really satisfied.
Okay.
It's great accomplishments, but I just want to keep going forward.
Wow. Well, Sam, congratulations on an absolutely terrific year. The Bengals Female Athlete of the Year, Sam Parente from volleyball. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring Kevin Carr from men's hockey up to talk about a pro career. Stay with us. Congratulations are going out to Nikki Paulhart from women's lacrosse, this week's Tim Hortons Athlete of the Week. She is a senior psychology major, and she closed out her 4-year career with 8 goals in her final 2 games. The midfielder had back-to-back 4-goal games. Imagine that. First against Geneseo, and then in the season finale over Potsdam at Coyer Field. And Nikki finished her 4-year career with 98 points, 76 goals, and 22 assists. So again, congratulations to Nikki Paulhart, this week's Tim Hortons Athlete of the Week. And a former Athlete of the Week, probably a multiple-time Athlete of the Week, is sitting here now, and that's Kevin Carr from men's hockey. Kevin, welcome back.
Thank you.
You are the Hugh Coyer Award winner for an outstanding career with Buffalo State. And, we were talking off camera, and I was asking you, can't believe, first of all, that it's over, right? But, you think about now and you think about your freshman days, and what pops into mind? I mean, what goes into your head when you think, wow, 4 years, and what happened here in 4 years?
From an athletic side of it, I was just trying to make a team and kind of make a name for myself. Coming in, there was a senior goalie and another freshman with me, and we were just battling for position.
Yeah.
Coming in as a freshman, you know that there's a senior there, and he reigns over you almost, coming in. So he's trying to work hard and prove yourself as soon as I got here.
You are the second ever All-American in men's hockey, and I'm kind of curious, I asked Sam this too, from freshman to senior, where is your improvement? Where do you see your improvement? Is it simply experience? Is it some of the technique of being a goaltender? Where do you see your improvement?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
As you progress and you move on, you get older, you get a little more experience under your belt, and I've been lucky that coach has given me a good opportunity to play a lot, and that really helped excel my game, I think. From the off-ice point of view, trying to work out as hard as you can and get your body into shape and prepared for the next season, I think, is really important.
You mentioned coach letting you play a lot of games, and you let him play you a lot. I should put it that way, but school record holder for games played as a goaltender, 104. And there were times where I thought, wow, this guy's got to be getting tired. Especially, I think this year you played almost every game you did, I think, and almost every minute, I was about to say. Were you ever tired? Did you ever kind of go, I'm sure you never told Nick that, but were there ever times where you kind of said, geez, I could use a night off?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And I think I'd be lying to you if I said I was tired.
Yeah.
I wasn't tired at all.
Okay.
I think we had this conversation earlier, but as an athlete, you want to, progress, and you want to play as much as you can to prove yourself. And, I was grateful for the opportunity, and I wanted to make sure I, gave my all in every game that I played.
Absolutely. You are the record holder of almost any category in the Buffalo State record books when it comes to goaltending. Let's have some quick questions and answers here. Most shutouts, 9. Any particular shutout that holds true or stands out in your head?
Probably against Oswego this year, senior night.
At home,
It was just fitting, kind of a Cinderella story.
Okay.
Being senior night at home in front of a great crowd. Beating Oswego for the first time was
about to say.
Pretty
That's
special.
Even sweeter.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kevin, you made nearly 3,300 saves in your career here at Buffalo State. That's a record. Any particular save or saves that stand out to you?
Against Penn State, I think at home.
Okay.
We won the game, and I think there was about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, and it was a broken up 3-on-2, a 3-on-1, and somehow a guy backdoor had a good pass, and somehow I got over and got my toe on it to help preserve my
the
shutout.
old toe save and a beauty, as they used
help
to
preserve
say.
my shutout.
Oh,
so,
that's a beautiful thing.
I was happy I could help my teammates.
What
out.
a great game that was. Wins, record holder for wins, 45. You mentioned Oswego. Was that the win for you in your career?
I think so.
Okay.
It was special.
Okay.
All around.
And let's talk about the next step. You have gone pro already. You've played in the Southern League with Peoria. What does the future hold for Kevin Carr?
Just try to continue my hockey career as long as I can.
Okay.
I want to keep playing as long as I can, and I'm hoping to do that.
Great. And I know you had mentioned you want to thank some people. You're finishing your degree. You went pro, left, and are finishing the degree. How are you doing that right now as classes come to an end?
My professors have been great, helping me online when I left, putting the assignments online that I could send it in via email, which has been unbelievable.
That's
obviously,
great.
Blackboard and Angel before really helped me out as well. I'd like to obviously thank my professors for giving me the opportunity to leave and pursue my hockey career.
Right.
I also like to thank my teammates and coaching staff and you, Tom, for
Absolutely, you
for
need
all
to
the
thank
support
me.
over
For
the years.
what?
So
No.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate that, Kevin, and it's been 4 great years watching you grow as a person and certainly as a hockey player, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Another quick break coming up now, and when we come back, let's talk track and football together when Rich Pete joins us. You know, it's not too early to be thinking about the Buffalo State Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's Friday, September 19th, but here's a call for nominations. If you know a former student athlete, coach, or administrator at Buffalo State that you'd like to nominate for the Athletics Hall of Fame, give my office a call at 878-6514 or go to our website at buffalostateathletics.com. Look for the Hall of Fame icon, and the nomination form is right there. Send that in to us, and the selection committee will begin reviewing sometime in mid-May for the Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony, Friday, September 19th at 6:30 at the Sports Arena. And we are joined now by a future. I am going to go out on the limb, Rich P. Look at that smile. Barry Sanders right there. I am going to go out on a limb and say you will be a Buffalo State Athletics Hall of Famer. What does that sound like?
Sounds good.
It sounds really good, doesn't
Sounds
it?
great.
Let me ask you something. 3 years ago, did you ever think you could be a Hall of Famer here at Buffalo State?
That was actually my intentions, when I walked in.
You came in here and you looked at those plaques and you said, I want to be one of them.
Yeah, there was actually a space that I saw, and I said, that's where I'm going to be. I think it's still there, actually. I told my friend yesterday that's where my plaque's going.
Unbelievable. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little note saying, reserved for Rich Pete. How about that? What has gotten you this far, Rich? And I should tell people before we move on. This is a 2-sport star, first team all-conference Empire 8 football running back, all-American triple jump track and field. Currently ranks 8th in the country in all of Division III in the triple jump. So when you were a freshman, did you think you'd be sitting here right now with me as a junior as a 2-sport star at Buffalo State?
Not really, but it feels good to be here.
Okay. Is it difficult to do 2 sports? I mean, we were saying earlier in the show that a lot of this is year-round type conditioning, working out. You go from football, you get beat up in running back. I'm sure you got beat up in running back. Is it difficult to go to track and field then right away?
It is difficult. You still have a few bumps and bruises from football season that you just have to work through and nurture your body and make sure you're good for track season.
Okay. Talk to me about being a running back and your size. 5'6", and we laughed about this off air, probably about 160 pounds. Your style is a little juke and darting here and there. How would you describe your running style football-wise?
Pretty elusive, you know.
Okay.
I'm not a big guy to run through anybody, but, you know, I would if I have to.
Right.
But I just do what it takes to get the job done.
Did it surprise you the kind of year you had and being named all first team Empire 8?
No, I was actually aiming much higher.
Okay.
And I plan to go much higher, actually. Yes.
Well, Rich, we're going to find out about that in about 3 or 4 weeks. I wish you well and congratulations on being the Male Athlete of the Year this year.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap it up for this show, and guess what? That's going to wrap it up for the season show. And I just want to thank a number of people that make this show happen: Pat Trinkley, Ken Giangreco, Paul Smith, Dave Ross from Instructional Resources, my main man, Jeff Ventura, behind the scenes, the Assistant Athletic Director, and certainly Melaine Kenyon, the boss here in Instructional Resources. Thanks for being a great viewer. We'll see you again in a couple months for the next Bengal Magazine.